This video was made to review and criticize the material in it, and is not intended to be a substitute for the original work. I do not own the material or any part of the show in this video. Please support HBO by watching the full episode and show on HBO or any other platform that legally streams it. Links to the official sites are available in the description box below. This video is intended to fall under the general guidelines of fair use and is edited as to not compete with the original work. As an aspiring writer and artist, my goal is to comment, review, criticize and learn from the work. Thank you for understanding. Welcome to Watcher, a channel where I react to series, shows and movies. But before we begin, please don't leave any spoilers in the comment section. I'd greatly appreciate it. And most importantly, thank you for the support and for joining me on this adventure. The best thing about this all is that I'm able to share it with you. This show is simply crazy and I love it. If you're new here, please subscribe and leave a like if you enjoyed the content. Here are the points I will be taking a look at when I review the episode. You will see them somewhere here on the screen. And I just have to remind everyone that I have a taste that usually goes against that of the majority. There is a high chance that I will love what you hate and dislike what you like, so be prepared for that. Let's just talk about the show for a bit. I've been trying to create a general scheme as to who's on whose side. It's quite difficult as everyone seems to hate each other, but here is how I've decided to arrange things for now. Don't laugh, even if I'm completely off, which I bet I am. Anyway, here it is. First of all, I believe that Varys is on the side of the Targaryens and the Dothraki. I saw some comments regarding the person who was speaking to Varys in the dungeon. Thanks for reminding me about that. I forgot to mention in the review of the last episode who I think it was, but I believe it was the guy from the first episode who introduced Daenerys to Drogo, Illyrio, or whatever his name was. I'm so bad with names. It will take some time. Hopefully by the time I finish season 1 I'll remember the names. But this is a reason for me believing that Varys is on the side of the Targaryens. And even though the Starks and the Lannisters hate each other, I believe that both houses are against the Targaryens. In other words, they're more or less on the side of the king, or more correctly, the kingdom. And so are Arryn's people, as well as Lord Baelish. I'm no longer sure that I believe that the queen is involved in the death of Jon Arryn. I'm leaning more towards Varys and his people, whoever they are. But I do believe that the Lannisters are for themselves as well, waiting for a perfect opportunity to strike and claim the throne. It will eventually come naturally to them, as Joffrey is the next heir, so they shouldn't be too impatient, cause time is on their side, as long as the Dothraki don't attack. One thing I do believe is that they wouldn't sell out to the Targaryens. They are firmly on the side of the Seven Kingdoms. And how about Jorah Mormont, a character that's more interesting than I thought at the beginning of the show. I'm starting to think that he's a spy for the kingdom, or maybe even a double agent of some kind. Another theory of mine is that he's the one providing all the information to Varys. I haven't decided or figured out what his purpose is yet, so I have him placed somewhere in the middle, between the two main sides, meaning the kingdom and the Targaryens. Here's a crazy prediction I want to throw out. Now that the Starks are on bad terms with the king, I believe that a time will come when they will have to ally with the Targaryens, or any other enemy of the current kingdom loyalists. The unified Seven Kingdoms are about to enter a state of chaos. It is true, one must still have chaos within oneself to give birth to a dancing star. This story has had a lot of thought put into it. I really appreciate that. But anyway, I think I've said enough. Let's just get into the episode. Ready? Let's go. Uncle Benjen, what have you been up to? Are you even alive? I hope you are. Ned, you look like you're having a fever after getting stabbed in the leg. That was pretty brutal. The Queen and the King. What's the meaning of this?
Do you know what your wife has done?
Yes.
She did nothing I did not command.
You shall now be held accountable.
Okay, calm down everyone.
He's attacked one of my brothers and abducted the other.
This is crazy. What's going on? I still don't like the Lannisters. Only Tyrion. You should only marry out of love, not business.
Tell your wife to return that little shit of an imp to King's Landing. What about Jaime?
And half a kingdom in debt to his bloody father.
They have a lot of power, the Lannisters.
You and those yellow
Money talks.
I don't want to know. This is what matters. I can't rule the kingdoms if the Starks and the Lannisters are at each other's throats. So enough.
As I was thinking.
We'll talk when I return from the hunt.
Wow, he is very forgiving.
If you ever take it off again, I swear to the mother I'll pin the damn thing on Jaime Lannister.
That was good, really good. I'm liking the king. He's trying to keep it all together. It's a difficult situation. Ned, you need to be smart. You can't just risk everything. And what's up with those dragon eggs? Will they ever hatch? Imagine having dragons on your side. How would you beat that? That's hot. Yeah, why are her hands okay, but not the girls? She even held the egg for a longer time. And Bran, what are you doing? If you fall off... Ooh, what's that creepy thing? Is that a person? Is that a wildling? More of them.
What's wrong with you? You some kind of cripple?
Yes, he
Brandon
is.
Stark of Winterfell. If you don't let me be, I'll have you all killed.
Cut his little cock off and stuff it in his mouth.
The boys weren't all dead.
What the hell are they talking about?
There ain't no White Walkers down in Dawn. Drop the knife.
So they have also seen the White Walkers. Come on, Rob. Show us what you've got. Where is the advisor?
Drop the blade.
That's what I'm gonna call him for now.
Do it.
Theon, I think that's his name. There he is. Good job.
Give me my love, my lord, and I'm yours.
What would you have done? No, no, no. Why was he sleeping at the edge? Tyrion is just the best. Mord is pretty funny.
My family is rich. We have gold, lots of gold.
Okay, I don't think he has that many brain cells.
Only one God, and his name is Death.
That was cool. A nice quote. She's adapting pretty well. What is that guy into? He's staring like, I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea to throw up. Keep it in. She kept it in. And what have you become now? I wonder how old this culture is. So she's a queen officially now, after eating that heart. This character is probably the most stupid one so far.
They don't belong to you.
He's so overconfident.
Also mine. If I sell one egg, I'll
He's
multiply
hopeless.
2 eggs, a ship, and an army. And you have all 3. I need a large army.
He thinks like a child.
You can dine on whichever parts of her you like.
What is he talking about?
You can go. You can't have the eggs.
I think Jorah is very serious right now. You better leave the eggs if you want to live. That's what I thought. What's up, Tyrion? Do you really want to speak to Mord again? You saw him, he's not that bright.
About the gold.
I enjoyed that character. The Mord guy.
You're a smart.
How to manipulate people. A tutorial.
I am a Lannister.
Yeah? He's a good speaker.
I've also heard the phrase. A Lannister always pays his debts.
The Lannisters are honorable
Lady Arryn,
in another sense compared to the Starks.
tell her I wish to confess my crimes.
What's your plan?
You wish to confess your
Ooh,
crimes.
that disturbing child. What's your plan? This is very interesting.
I once brought a jackass and a honeycomb.
He's trying to get everyone on his side, right?
I'm accused and demand a trial.
His IQ level is so much above everyone else's.
Open the moon door.
What's the moon door? I look just as confused as Tyrion.
Demand a trial by combat.
Let me avenge his death.
The guy who just spoke looks like someone who loves potatoes. Can you stop?
Now I demand a champion. I have that right, same as you. Do I have a volunteer?
No, does not look like it. Mord, step up. Wherever you are.
I'll stand for the dwarf.
Wow. I forgot about him.
They governed our children in pigs and lit them on fire.
Who?
They even left something behind.
And what was that? A head?
Besh, sigil of House Tully.
What is going on?
The one who was leading them saw him take the head off a horse with a single swing of his sword.
The mountain?
Someone we know. The mountain.
I thought so.
Describing Sir Gregor Clegane.
I've heard him called Tywin Lannister's mad dog.
Ned, you need to de-escalate the situation. Cause it's turning bad.
Assemble 100 men and ride to Sir Gregor's keep.
And what is he supposed to do then?
In the name of Robert of the House Baratheon, the first of his name, King of the Andals and the First Men, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms,
Back with the titles.
I charge you to bring the King's justice to the false knight Gregor Clegane,
Can he do that?
and sentence him to death.
Are you losing it, Ned? You're acting like the king right now.
Inform Tywin Lannister that he has been summoned to court to answer for the crimes of his bannermen. He will arrive within a fortnight or be branded an enemy of the crown.
This does not sound like Ned. A bit selfish from Ned. Risking everything.
Not Tywin Lannister.
We're getting closer and closer to a war. A civil war. Could they not find a better place? I don't think he can finish him. That guy is good. He's pretty much owning Ser Vardis. Or whatever his name was. Give up, you lost. Did he have to kill him?
You don't fight with honor.
No,
Perfect answer.
he did.
And he died. All of that for nothing. Now he's free. She just caused a lot of trouble. Okay, we understand you are in love.
Let me see it one more time.
See what?
Okay, he is going to get depressed.
I'm sending you both back to Winterfell.
What? Dying because of your leg? Is that why you're sending us home?
What? No.
Please, Father, please
I was
don't.
thinking that. Is he dying? War is about to happen.
He'll be the greatest king that ever was, a golden lion, and I'll give him sons with beautiful blonde hair.
I'm with Arya, just laughing at that.
Sit, you idiot. He's a stag like his father.
He is not. He's nothing like that old drunk king.
Lord Boris Baratheon, black of hair.
Everyone is black of hair.
Joffrey Baratheon, golden head.
The only one. He is not a Baratheon. He is a Lannister. Did you realize something beyond that?
Get your hands off me. No one touches the dragon.
Did you see Drogo? How he looked at him?
Keep away from me.
Okay, he's about to die. Is that the cliffhanger of this episode? I wonder if Jorah will stop him before anything happens. Maybe even be the one who kills him. Because Jorah seems to be all in on Daenerys.
I want the crown you promised me. You can keep the baby. I'll cut it out and leave it for him.
Oh no, he should not have said that. He's about to die.
What's he saying?
You shall have a golden crown.
His head will fall off. Any moment. Now. We are about to witness something brutal. The end of crazy. Oh no, he's about to melt that and put it on his face. He's giving him the crown he promised.
Crown for king.
I think he is dead. Wow, that was crazy. Time for the review. This episode was a bit calmer, like the calm before the storm type of episode, but I did enjoy it as there was a lot of foreshadowing. There was quite a lot of info to absorb. It began with Ned and the Queen having a bit of an argument. Thankfully, the King was there to calm things down, even though his method was a bit questionable. But what we saw is that he's quite a forgiving person. He reinstated Ned as the Hand, for better or for worse. I feel for Robert. He's stuck in an extremely difficult situation. He needs the Lannisters, but wants the Starks, or at least feels closer to them and their methods. But things aren't looking bright between the two houses. Let's talk about the plot and the setup of the episode. Again, the episode hinted at the Walkers. I haven't forgotten, but winter is coming. The focus was nonetheless on the Starks and the Lannisters, and on their moves. I'd say that the Lannisters may seem like they're getting owned right now, but I believe that it all will backfire for the Starks, especially in the future. Don't get me wrong. They took some losses in this episode, especially Lady Stark. They are quite an impulsive bunch. That's usually not how winners act. I like the Starks, but I would go mad as their advisor. Imagine cleaning up the mess they are creating. Or maybe not creating, but adding fuel to. Speaking of some characters, Ned is doing some questionable things right now. I think he's going all in. I have power, so why not eliminate an enemy before the enemy eliminates me? I think that's how he's thinking. I do not like sneaky people, but in certain situations, you have to be that way. I do not believe I would have done what Ned did. He forgets who he's dealing with. I can remind him. He deals with one of the most powerful houses. They're both strong and and intelligent and rich. Tyrion impressed with his over 9000 IQ. What more can I say? I expected that from him. And I love Mord. I really hope he'll return to the story, and the breast connoisseur and his mom to 7 hells with them. That kid would turn me into a sadistic Jaime. I don't know what I would have done to him if no one looked. I usually forget this part, but I want to talk about my favorite scene. My favorite scene in this episode was the one where Ros flashed her gash. No, I'm just kidding. I did enjoy Tyrion and Mord, their little interactions. That was hilarious. And that last scene with Viserys, that was just brutal. I knew things were about to go crazy over there. You could just see it in Drogo's eyes, the way he looked at him. I guess that's what you get for acting like a fool. What else did I notice? I believe that Ned realized that the Starks are effed. Joffrey is no Baratheon. He's a Lannister, and when he gets to the power, the first thing he'll probably do is try to eliminate the Starks. Ned is preparing for that, or so it seems. That's how I interpret it. He's doing everything he can to diminish the Lannisters' power. I question if it's a good idea, but I really enjoyed this episode. It wasn't as intense as the previous one, but it was still really good. I'd give it an 8 out of 10. As for theories and thoughts, I believe this is it. There is no going back between the Lannisters and the Starks. All I can see is war. Bloodshed. Is this how King Robert will fall? For sticking to his closest friend? Maybe. And also, apparently no justice for Bran. Will we ever find out who tried to assassinate him? I don't really have more to add at this moment in time. So I guess that's it for the episode. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to join me on my adventure here. And leave a like if you enjoyed the video. I truly appreciate it. Take care and see you next time.